reflective of what came out of your demon-infested
Who the hell do you think you are?
Give it up, I'm a nigga. You do want to be employed, don't you? You know what I see? I see your mother. I see two spoiled, ungrateful little rich bitches. That's what I see. I enjoy destroying lives.
Who are you? It's Beer Drink, Dear Vince Podcast, Episode 5, here with George Kennebrew. Go ahead and do your rundown, man.
Hey, man, it can only be one wrestling mastermind, the guy with the words that'll send a tingle down your spine and maybe a tear in your eye. And I'm so lit, Bray Wyatt made me an honorary Firefly.
Holy shit. And that's crazy because, and I believe you too, because we did not get an episode of the Firefly Funhouse this week, but we did get a few Easter eggs on Raw and SmackDown.
I got one question for you, AG.
What's up?
Is it time?
It's time.
Is he near?
He's definitely near. Shit, he's in the arena. He's in the arena. He's not in that studio or room in the back of the arena. Like he oh shit, it's crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to definitely go down.
Like is it really time? Is it really time?
Oh,
Aaron Gordon.
It's time, trust me. For
Mr. Firefly, the Fiend, whatever you want to call him, to reveal himself. Are we getting close?
Hell yeah, it's victim picking time. It's time to pick that first victim, man. Like we booked it last week, but we're gonna get to see very soon. I'm thinking maybe this Monday. What you think?
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. You there? Can you hear me? Oh, whoa, holy shit. You there? Can you hear me? Yo. Yo, can you hear me? Yo. We got to call him back. And he's back. What's up? Can you hear me now, man?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
What the hell is going on?
As soon as we start talking about the fucking Firefly Funhouse and the Fiend, man, that may be the spirit of the Fiend, to be totally honest. I don't know what the hell happened right there, because it's never happened before. What the fuck?
Yeah, like on the fifth? Come on, man. Not on the fifth.
On the fifth episode. And look, if this is a little Easter egg for y'all, much like the fucking Raw Easter eggs of the Firefly Funhouse. This is the fourth attempt at getting episode 5 off. Like, we don't give a fuck. Like, look, we could just not tell you motherfuckers that. We could have y'all niggas thinking that, yo, this is the first try. Nope, this is the fourth fucking try, dog. Fucked up three in a row. I fucked up 3 in a row, and then we just had this weirdo glitch. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. It is what it is. What it's gonna be.
Hey, man. Hey, we weather storms around here, and we continue to press forward because that's exactly what we gonna do.
And guess what, y'all? The fucked up thing about it is, like, on his rundown, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker literally cut 3 different fucking promos. He cut 3 straight fucking promos. Like, it's not written. The shit that he says at the beginning of the podcast isn't fucking written down or in a fucking phone. This nigga is a fucking A1 Jake the Snake podcast fucking promo cutter. But anyway,
I mean, basically what my partner is trying to say, listeners, is that I do shit that WWE wish they had the balls to do, or for that matter, what their quack creative team refuses to do. And that's let the characters speak for themselves.
And cook. Yep.
That's been the biggest problem.
Yep, definitely. But like I said, though, man, like last week, man, the motherfuckers are doing way better, man. Like last week was good, and to be totally honest, this week was all right. Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna just do it like this because it wasn't anything super significant that happened this past week. So we just gonna go like a clusterfuck. We just gonna go like pretty much as we go. Like what? Okay, you know what? We start about the Firefly Funhouse, the Easter eggs. Or anything? Because it was 2, right?
Yeah.
Two.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think that those sightings have anything to do as far as like who the sightings were behind and who they were around? Like it was the Miz and Kofi, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that has any significance on like, you know, maybe the Fiend targeting one of them or nah? Or you think he's just trying to make his presence felt on Raw?
I think it's a combination of both, man. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I really love now as much shit as we give WWE creative and Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
I this is one of those rare times where I have to give it up to them because they're staying the hell out of the way.
Oh yeah,
and they're letting Bray do his damn thing.
Letting Bray do
and
Bray.
Build up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're letting him build up this return, this reemergence, whatever you want to call it, the way that he knows how to do it. Or I should say the way that he wants to do it. So to answer your question, I think it's a little bit of both. I think what he's doing is I think he's surveying the landscape.
Yep.
And I think he's holding his cards close to him, so to speak. And I think at the right moment, I think he's going to pick the one victim, because that's what I'll call him. He's going to pick the one victim that he wants to go after. And you know what? I just thought about something. I'm like, you know what? Being that this is already, getting off to a good start, with the Firefly Funhouse characters, just sneaking around and showing up subliminally or discreetly or however you want to word it. I think this is something that they should do going forward, even when he does eventually make his return and fully reveals himself. I think for every Bray Wyatt rivalry going forward, I think whoever he targets, whether it be for a championship or just for the sake of a rivalry, have one of those Firefly Funhouse characters spy in on the WWE superstar. Because number one, it's slick. Number two, it completely caught us off guard.
Oh yeah.
Because we absolutely did not see it coming, or we did not, pay attention to it or whatnot. So I think it would be wise just for that, just for the sake of that, for WWE creative to continue that trend. Because I think it can not only build up Bray as a strong character, but at the same time it won't overexpose him.
Oh yeah,
because it's like every now and then, maybe I want to say, let's say every 2 Raws out of the month going forward, we see Bray Wyatt. And we can either see him as himself, as the host of the Firefly Funhouse, or as the Fiend.
Yeah, I got you.
And then all those other times that we don't see him, that could make up for the Firefly Funhouse characters that show up instead. So maybe, let's just say, for instance, if he's going after a championship, let's just hypothetically say he goes after, a Finn Balor and his Intercontinental Championship. That would be a good place to bring out Mercy the Buzzer.
Yeah, I got you.
Because you kind of want to fit the characters, because you want to fit the Firefly Funhouse characters
to the background, of the struggle of the wrestler. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And another quick thing too, before I forget about it, like another good thing that you saying about even though they don't have the episodes, they'll just plug in one of the characters. Behind whoever, truthfully. It's also kind of a pre-damage control, because it's like, okay, this is a huge angle for Bray, and this is a huge career move and opportunity, you know what I'm saying, for him. So at the same time, before he because like we both agreed on, like we're pretty sure that he has a lot of say in this, if not fucking full creative control of it. But at this it's like a way, like I said, almost a pre-damage control, because every time he plugs one of the characters behind a wrestler, be it a different wrestler, he could also even survey via the internet and on YouTube to see our reactions. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he wanted to target, this is just I'm just throwing out a name. Maybe he wanted to target The Miz, but maybe we didn't, as far as comments and watching it, maybe we didn't comment as much, or even it didn't get as much. I'll just put it this way: it didn't get a huge reaction for when he saw it with Kofi, or when we saw it with Kofi. Or next week, maybe he'll plug it behind just throwing out another name, like, you know what I'm saying, any insert name here. But then boom,
Right.
everybody on the internet's talking about, oh shit, fucking Mercy the Buzzer was behind fucking Shinsuke, or you know what I'm saying, just some shit like that. So it's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't do that. The fans actually want this, so it's almost as if Bray is even giving us the opportunity to choose exactly the type of scenario that we want. He's a fucking smart motherfucker. He's a smart motherfucker.
Exactly. And see, the thing of it is too, I just thought about this. The thing of it is too, with including that specific Firefly Funhouse character. See, when you're building up your story with Bray and that particular superstar, that the Firefly Funhouse character, I feel like brings like that extra merit, or just that extra bit of spice, or a flavor to the storyline. Because like I said, with having the Firefly Funhouse character there, you're not overexposing Bray as much, because you're not seeing him as much on television as opposed to seeing the Firefly Funhouse character in his place. So when it actually is time for Bray to appear on television, whether it be as his regular self, as the host of the Funhouse, or as the Fiend, it'll be that much more special, because it'll be like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? The crowd will be like, well, I was expecting, Huskus the Pig Boy this week, or I was expecting Abby the Witch, or Mercy, or, Ramblin' Rabbit. But instead, we're actually getting the Fiend, or we're actually getting Bray himself.
Yeah, pretty much mixing up. Yeah, just mixing it up really well, and that's
right.
That's gold. That's fucking gold.
It's all about deception, people. It's all about deception. Okay?
Because we even said it. We even said it. It was about after the third or fourth episode of the actual Funhouse, and then I was like, yo, man, like, to be totally honest, they're gonna have to expose the Fiend next week, because and I was even said during that podcast, I'm like, it's still interesting, it's still entertaining, but it's like kind of like they're kind of overcooking it now. And then boom, lo and behold, no Funhouse, Easter eggs.
Yeah, and it is ironic that you actually did mention that on a particular episode of the show. But what I was going to say is that, you going back to you giving me that wonderful compliment, comparing me to Jake the Snake Roberts, which I don't know how to handle that. But anyway, but speaking of Jake the Snake,
that's the last compliment you get, man. I don't want your head to blow up too big, man. That's it.
Man, yeah. That's why I'm like, Jake the Snake. Wow. But speaking of Jake, you talk about Jake the Snake and just his overall aura, as well as his promo abilities. What made Jake Roberts so great back in that 90s, late 80s era of the WWF is similar to what Bray is doing right now. I'll even go so far as to say, as Jake the Snake was the guy that invented the deception of a character.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, you would see Jake on TV and you'd see him wrestle and all of that stuff. But at the same time, he always gave you these subliminal, subtle signs that even though he wasn't there physically, like, he was still there in spirit. And of course, when we say in spirit, we mean in the form of Damien, the Snake. And, a perfect example of that, and I'm pretty sure, you could probably go back this far, that legendary angle that he had with Randy Savage, God rest his soul.
Oh, yeah.
Going back to, SummerSlam 1991, when that whole feud with Macho kicked off, with the wedding reception.
Oh,
when Miss Elizabeth goes to open the box, she finds the serpent, in the box. Like, that's a classic example of deception. And you saw not too long after that, after she had discovered the snake was in the box, lo and behold, Who should appear 5 minutes later? Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake. Hey, and fuck every podcast. Fuck every podcast that's cracking because y'all aren't professional like us. This motherfucker said serpent. He didn't call that bitch a snake. We call that shit serpent over here, nigga. Dear Vince podcast all fucking day.
That's it.
Fucking day.
That's it.
Hey,
That's what we do.
Hey, the last question I want to ask you about the Firefly Funhouse. Like, as far as the characters, and you may have even already answered it, but as far as the characters of the Funhouse, and the reason why I say this too is because we both booked him versus against Finn Balor last week. If it is what we think it is, and he does pick Finn Balor as his first victim, which character do you think that he's going to use to troll a Finn Balor? Because we got Husky, and Husky's almost like insecure about the weight, and then you have Mercy the Buzzard, and the word Mercy. Then you got what's the other dude's name?
Rambling Rabbit,
and what's the other one? Last one. Oh yeah, of course.
Abby.
Yep. So which one do you think that he would use to troll Finn Balor, if that is the case in the upcoming weeks?
You know what? This one is gonna sound like really, really freaky, but I'm gonna go with Abby the Witch. And the reason why I say Abby the Witch is because I believe if he uses her in particular to really play, the quote unquote mind games, or as you put it, troll Finn Balor, I really feel like he can use Abby in such a way that, will kind of, instigate and unravel that dark place in Balor's mind.
Because it is Abby the Witch, I got you.
Right, because being that, Finn has his own dark alter ego in the Demon King, in order to kind of plant that seed, to kind of force him to unleash that in him, I feel like, you got to take him to that place. And so many times when Finn Balor has, revealed the Demon King, it's mostly been out of desperation.
Yep.
When he feels like, he's not strong enough, to take on that particular opponent or that particular challenge as himself, then he channels, that inner demon, to do that for him. But the only difference is in this case is that it won't be out of desperation. It'll actually be out of,
necessity. He almost needs to, for the fact that he's dealing with another evil.
Right. That's a good. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, because I almost couldn't think of the word. But it'll almost be out of necessity this time because Bray, like you said, he'll constantly be stalking him. Be watching his every move in the form of Abby the Witch, and then maybe. I'm thinking too, just creatively speaking, maybe there could be a couple of, Monday Night Raws out of the month. I'm thinking maybe this leads up to a SummerSlam, hypothetically. Maybe a couple of Raws out of the month between the end of June going in July. We just see random vignettes, not necessarily of the Firefly Funhouse, but just random vignettes of just Abby herself. Kind of like those vignettes that aired before we even knew about the Firefly Funhouse. When we saw these characters and stuff in the haunted house and everything for the first time. Stuff like that. But only this time they bring it back, but it actually serves a purpose now. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just to tease you or whatnot. They're doing it because this is an actual thing that's happening in the story.
There's a
between
possibility.
Bray and Finn.
Even have somewhat subliminals. You know what I'm saying? Since Finn Balor, the
Right.
demon's always red and black instead of just a black background, have more of a red. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. If it's Shinsuke, you know what I'm saying? Maybe have some Japanese shit in the back. Yeah, just some very subtle, small, like pretty much an Easter egg inside of an Easter egg. I get it. I get exactly what you're saying there.
And then to make it even more haunting, because I like that red and black background idea that you just said. To put the cherry on top of that, you know, you could even have, you know, Bray talking in the form of Abby, and you know, just start like cutting an actual promo. But at the end of the promo, like have the camera guy like zoom in and get a close up, and then you know how Abby's eyes are like, what are they, like originally like blue or whatever?
Yeah.
Like at the end, like at the very end of the promo, you can have the camera guy just slowly just zoom in and get a close up, and then the closer he zooms, the redder the background gets, and then her whole dress is just fully red. And then her eyes slowly start to transition into like bloodshot red.
Oh yeah.
And then at the very end, you just have her say, "Let me in," and then boom, fade to black. That's it.
Word. That's
Done.
fucking crazy.
Done.
Hey, I just got a hot take, man. As you were giving that scenario out, super hot take, man. This is how smart Bray is. I'm gonna ask you this. In the past 10 years. I say 5 years, 5 to 10 years, and and without what do you call it? Not counting a Stone Cold Steve Austin Austin 316 shirt. What has there been a WWE or WWF character costume for Halloween that just pretty much was just one of the hottest commodities on the market? Come Halloween season? Other than just shirts, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of kids, they just get a John Cena shirt, a fucking band, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But you see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah. I do. But just to clarify, when you say outfit or whatever, you mean in terms of a character,
and
right?
Yeah, in terms of an actual character,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I put it this way: no kids dressing up as Gold Dust.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, hell no. Hell no. Yeah, I do believe there was one character in the past 10 years, or even back further than that, you know, that made a real impact in WWE. And although, you know, he didn't last too long, I feel like, you know, had he been properly invested in and given the proper push, I think he could have been, you know, like the trendsetter for, you know, the dark characters, you know, like the Kanes and the Mankinds and, you know, all this other stuff.
Okay,
and you probably might remember him too when I say his name. Papa Shango.
Papa Shango. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing though. What I'm talking about actual sales to where like I'll put it this way: if you're a fan of wrestling, and if you're going to that Halloween party, or if you have kids and your kids are a fan of wrestling, like they have to be this character. They have to have this mask. I'm grown. I'm over 30, and you better rest assured, if there's a Fiend mask put on the market, I'm going to buy it. And I was just saying, this is another huge. It's another spark of genius in Bray Wyatt. Imagine like how long we're about 4 months away from Halloween. Do you not understand how much money he is going to make for the WWE and himself for that Fiend mask?
Why do you think they're pushing him? Why do you think they're trying to push him so hard now?
Yep.
Like this is the perfect time.
As long as this shit stays over, man. But it's gonna stay over because he's taking his time with it, and he's not just rushing into something. And he's actually just how we agreed on earlier. Like it's almost to where it may push come to shove, come up to it may be our decision on who he ends up choosing to you know what I'm saying, to go at first. So definitely. Oh god, I'm burping and shit. definitely a good angle. But I want to, let's jump off the Funhouse real quick. I wanted to ask you, what did you think of, for one, I'm not going to say the match, but do you think that, I'll put it this way, what's your feelings about the matchup of Ricochet and AJ Styles? Like almost a matchup that we should have been seen. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Or do you think that is another retaliation at the upcoming AEW weekly syndicated show? Like actually giving us matches that are worth fucking watching? Dream matches somewhat, you know what I'm saying?
And I'll just begin right there. Like, it's definitely a I'm not gonna say it's a shot because there wasn't anything no
shots fired
subtle. It
no
wasn't
shots
nothing
fired,
subtle or subliminal in it.
Mm-hmm.
But WWE is definitely proving a point.
Yeah, they're
at
stepping
AEW.
their game up. That's just
yeah. Oh no, I'm saying like they're definitely showing they're definitely telling All Elite Wrestling like, okay, so y'all think that we can't put our future young guys over or whatnot, or we can't put our future younger superstars in the main event or put them in matches.
Dream matches, like a match.
Yeah, dream matches.
As soon as Ricochet came to the WWE from NXT, I'm like, oh, I cannot wait. They have to be matching them up with people like Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, what's his name?
Samoa Joe.
Yeah, Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens. Like guys that can really work in the ring, but then they did the exact opposite, and that was the worst thing that they did, was starting them off in a tag team with Aleister Black, which lately hasn't even been in action. But who knocked on that door? Great segue.
Yeah.
Who knocked on that door, man?
I actually have something very interesting to add to that when we get to SmackDown. But going back to your question about Ricochet and Styles, like I was saying, all of WWE is definitely sending a message to All Elite Wrestling. It's like, all right, y'all are up here, talking all this shit, saying that we don't push our younger talent, and we can't put our younger talent in a main event spot, or we can't put on dream matches, or just feed the hardcore wrestling fans' appetite or whatnot. Oh yeah, that was a definite direct message to All Elite Wrestling. But as far as the match itself goes, I mean, I expected nothing but greatness. And I mean, even though it probably didn't get as much time,
it could have been way better.
Although it didn't get as much time as we probably would have wanted it to get, for the time that it did get, both guys delivered. And I mean, I'm not surprised, because I mean, you're talking about two world-traveled superstars here in AJ Styles and Ricochet.
They can go.
AJ
they can
Styles,
fucking go.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at AJ Styles, just real quick, just to give y'all a little, history lesson for all of you, airheaded, marks out there that don't know shit. But just a little history lesson for you. If you realize AJ Styles, not only has he wrestled for just about every major professional wrestling organization in America, but he's also wrestled for the biggest wrestling organization in Japan. And on top of that, he's won. And I tell you no lie when I tell you this. He has won every major world championship. Or no, let me backpedal. He has won a major world heavyweight championship in every organization he has wrestled for. Whether that's been Ring of Honor, whether that's been for TNA Impact, whether that's been for New Japan, whether that's been for, even in Mexico, and I mean, just AJ Styles, quiet as kept, is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't
definitely
mention him. They don't mention him as the greatest of all time. I guess they're going to wait until he retires and
why
to call up to the Hall of Fame.
You know why they sleep on him as the greatest of all time? And it was actually, I was going to rebuttal what you were saying now. The reason why he's not as much as talk or in talks for greatest of all time is for the fact that he's not the greatest on the mic. However, the reason why every organization that he's ever wrestled in gives him the big belt is for the fact that he is one of the biggest, it's game time in ring performers. Like, he's one of those guys that he's not a great talker, but everything he does in the ring, like, I don't remember a bad AJ Styles match. So
I don't either. That's funny you say that.
And that's the thing with him. I mean, like, he's one of those guys that where he's a game time. He's game every time, and like that's the reason why, like, shit, he's not the greatest talker, but his matches deliver, and he connects with the fans too without being a great talker.
Think about this, too, AG.
Mm-hmm.
Think about when AJ Styles first arrived in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll do you one better. Think about AJ Styles' first match at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that match that he had with Chris Jericho. Even though he lost, he looked so damn strong in that match with Jericho. And that was his first fucking WrestleMania match. Who in the hell looks good in defeat?
And especially against Jericho. You know what I'm saying?
And against Chris Jericho,
one of the greatest of all time.
Who's another guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, who's another all-time great?
Yep.
Another guy who's won championships in every organization that he's been in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, you know, when you put somebody like him, the caliber of talent he is, and then on the opposite side, you've got this next generation like enigma in Ricochet, who pretty much up until he came to WWE NXT was wrestling up under a mask.
Oh yeah,
every other place he went.
Yep.
Except for wait a minute, let me backpedal just a second, because I don't want to speak. I don't want to get my facts wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I should say, with the exception of one organization here in the States, everywhere else Ricochet has been, he has wrestled up under a mask.
Yep.
Because I got exposed to Ricochet firsthand by watching Lucha Underground when he was Prince Puma.
See, man, holy fuck. I gotta look. That's something that I have to look up, because this is brand new to me. Prince Puma, and I didn't even know that he wrestled in Lucha Underground. Maybe I've seen him. Maybe I've seen him before and didn't even know it.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I was too. You know, but just the more that I started to watch Lucha Underground, and the more I started to get into the characters there, and then when I found out that he was actually Ricochet, because mainly the reason why I found out, or how I found out that he was Ricochet, was basically because of the tattoo. Because when he wrestled up under the mask as Prince Puma, you know, he still, you know, had the tattoo that he's always had.
See, I'm glad I didn't say what I was going to say. I almost said shout out to the internet. So you noticed from the tattoo. Word up.
Yeah, because I was like, wait a minute. I was like, okay, so that was him up under the mask. So basically, I had been watching Ricochet as Prince Puma this whole time, but didn't know who he was without the mask. But that just speaks to, you know, the greatness of Ricochet when he wrestled in that organization.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, Ricochet has been all over the world too, man.
Oh yeah,
you know, even though half of that run was under a mask or what have you.
Damn, that mask is fucking fire too. Truthfully, I mean, I'm glad that he came out of that. He has a great look. You know what I'm saying? Young wrestler with a great look, but that made, like, as far as Lucha mask, that's a fire fucking mask. That's real.
Yeah.
Dope. Like it almost fits him. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you know, when you consider that, and you consider everywhere else that Ricochet has been all over the world, and now he finally comes to the quote unquote big leagues, WWE, and he gets this main event spot with a living legend like AJ Styles, and puts on the show that he put on with him. I mean,
in the time allotted that he had, yep.
Yeah, in the time allotted that he had. I mean, you know, it just makes you kind of Just palm, just do the face palm, or just slap your palm on top of your forehead and be like, WWE, like I don't understand, like, why
it took this
long. They let their arrogance and their ego get the best of them so much, because it's like, you have the fucking talent.
Oh yeah,
you have it right in front of your eyes. You got the Ricochets, you got the Kevin Owens, the Sami Zayns, the AJ Styles, the Seth Rollins, the Samoa Joes. Like, you have these guys right in front of you.
Yep.
But for some reason or another, no, because we know the reason. Because Vince McMahon hates fucking pro wrestling. But because of the fact...
We couldn't miss an episode without saying that, man. I'm glad you got that one in. Make sure you get your shits in, man.
Yeah, man. Like, and because of the fact that Vince McMahon despises pro wrestling, most of these, household names that have been around the independents and traveled around the globe, they get treated almost, like enhancement talent.
Yeah. Because
of the simple fact that Vince McMahon, doesn't like guys, that are, smaller and, do more wrestling than talking, instead of, doing as much wrestling as much as they talk or whatnot. And I'm just saying to myself, I'm just like, you can't deny it, Vince. You can't deny it.
Yep.
You cannot deny how great these younger guys, or I should say these 21st century millennial superstars, you can't deny their greatness in between the ropes. You just can't.
Nope.
As much stupid stuff, and as much as you try to creatively defecate on their career, like, you cannot deny the fact that when the lights are on bright and it's time to close the show, either one of these guys have that capability of doing it.
Yep, and
that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm, and that was a thing that I kind of applaud the commentators. I say way too fucking much, but anyway, that's what I applaud the commentators this past Raw, when it was Ricochet taking on AJ. That was it? I don't know if it was Corey Graves or the other guy. They actually said it a couple times that as of late, holy shit, Ricochet pretty much for that match. But I've noticed that lately he's been trying to exhibit more like mat wrestling, and that's really dope. So pretty much he's showing that he can mat wrestle, but then he can do shit that mat wrestlers can't do. That's what makes him. Yep, that's what makes him a fucking superhero and a wrestler of this age.
That's just another. That's just one of the many tools that he possesses to him, and a lot of WWE fans overlook that aspect of Ricochet. Like, Ricochet can actually grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, of course, his forte, is the lucha libre high risk style of wrestling, which is just, jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Whenever we witness it, but at the same time too, if you need Ricochet to just, straight lock up with somebody,
mm-hmm.
and imply that catch can style, he can do it.
Yeah, and the thing that I like about him is, like, just how his aerial shit is very flashy. His grappling is somewhat flashy. Like, he's super I don't really even know the word to call it. He's crisp. Like, everything that he does is just like fluent and just looks dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he grapple, like, he does everything like just fight. Like, he is a sleeper, not to the fans, but to whoever's booking. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say about Ricochet. He's a sleeper to the people over there. Us watching, we like, he should be top 2 or 3 balloted for Universal Champ right now. You know what I'm saying? But before he gets hurt or some shit like that, he needs a run as Universal Champ. Point blank period. WWE. but again,
like we said about AJ Styles, the only reason why he's probably not going to get that push is because of that one thing that you need to do with your mouth. And no, my mind is not in the gutter.
Not a great,
all of you,
not a great talker.
butt munches out there.
Not a great talker. And,
right.
And that's another thing that was funny. He said that, like, the interview that he did, because shit, I believe this is like maybe the first or second interview that I've seen him actually cut since he's even been in the WWE. And I may be exaggerating, but
you're right.
He hasn't cut more than 5 interviews, and that's a definite. But he's almost like a throwback interview. You remember how back in the day, like the mid to late 90s, to where whenever you watch a wrestling show, almost every single wrestler on the program cut a promo.
Yeah.
And
I
say if
that.
there were 7 to 8 people cutting a promo for that show,
right,
only like 1 or 2 were actually good, but then all the rest of them just pretty much cut promos because they had to, and some of them weren't horrible, but some of them were just bland, and I'm a wrestler, cut the promo, now it's time to go wrestle. Like, that's the kind of promo that he cut this past Monday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. And you know, it's a shame that that's really the only that's really the only what's the word that I'm looking for? I guess that's the only ability. Yeah, I guess that's the only ability that
I'm still thinking of the
is
word
holding. Yeah.
Attribute.
Attribute. That's it. Good one.
Nigga, we got vocab on the fucking Dear Vince podcast. Fuck y'all, man. I'll slap y'all. We slap niggas with vocab, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get y'all right in y'all fucking jaw meat.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, that you're right though. But you know, it's a shame that the only attribute that's holding Ricochet back from getting like that rocket push to the main event and the Universal Championship is, you know, his inability to cut, you know, a smooth promo or whatnot. And you know what? I'm about to switch gears here for just a second, so bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you talk about All Elite Wrestling, I'm pretty sure a lot of the superstars that are in All Elite Wrestling, probably half of those guys can't cut great promos either. But you know what the difference between them and WWE is? I guarantee you, Cody Rhodes or the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega are not going to let that limit them from pushing them or giving them the push they deserve.
From their other attributes, yep.
Yeah, from the other attributes. Because
but you know another thing that you've brought it up a couple times on several podcasts. Another good thing about All Elite Wrestling, okay, so, like if a guy can't cut, just a fuck. Because my thing is, and I know it's kind of reaching and asking for too much. If you're a professional wrestler, and if I really invested in like looking at you was like one of my favorite, like just really getting behind you, you need to cut a phenomenal promo. But with AEW, if that's not the case yet at that phase in your career, you have Being the Elite, to where you can vlog. You can like pretty much just turn the camera on and just have a conversation for 2 minutes. And my thing is, 9 times out of 10, if you're having a conversation with someone and it's a fake conversation because, of course, you're acting, it's professional wrestling, there's going to be an aspect of that conversation that's going to come off as funny. So even though it's not a great promo, it's still great promo.
Hey, Aaron, I got a question to ask you. You remember that show, Talking Smack?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, matter of fact,
whatever happened to that?
You brought that up. You brought that up. I believe it was episode 2. I believe.
Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened?
They got rid of it.
Talking Smack.
They got rid of it.
It
was the perfect setup. It was the perfect setup for the fucking weekly show. Got rid of it.
Yeah, of course. What WWE usually does, it gets rid of the good shit.
Yep.
That's going to help enhance the talent.
They don't listen. They don't listen to the universe. Like, and that's the funny thing. And I hate calling it a universe, but I'm you know what? I'm shit. We got a lot of WWE universe execs watching the fucking podcast, so I'm gonna call it the universe. But the thing that the WWE is pretty much did. You remember how to be totally honest. Like, I mean, I'm a huge fan of MMA, and I'll watch just about I'll watch any organization in MMA. But do you remember at the very beginning? I'm not saying the very beginning, but when the UFC really started to boom was after the Ultimate Fighter season 1, and Dana White constantly, he actually branded and marketed the UFC on always giving the fans the fights that they want to see, and they did deliver. Then all of a sudden, they went WWE around 5 to 7 years later, and then we're seeing guys that are ranked 10 going against guys that are ranked 2. And that's somewhat what the WWE, or pretty much the UFC, kind of followed in the WWE's, or, you know what I'm saying, traits. So yeah, it's pretty much that. But now it seems that because AEW is on the way, that WWE is like, you know what? Let's start listening to these niggas. You know what? Firefly Funhouse. You know what? Shit, Bray, you got this. But then at the same time, Bray's like, nah, y'all giving me creative control. I'm going to give them creative control to help me fucking book this thing so it doesn't clusterfuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like everything's coming together.
That's a good point. That's a great point, man. That's a great point. And even going back to the point that you were previously making, about, even if you're not able to cut a significant promo in a AEW. And my thing is, too, with that is AEW's roster is probably just as deep, or will be just as deep, as WWE's roster. So my thing is like, okay, I understand that, in professional wrestling, especially in this 21st century, social media is big. You got to promote yourself. You got to market yourself. I get it. But my thing is that being that All Elite Wrestling has, that, I guess if you want to call it, promo platform, like a Being the Elite, to where those superstars who aren't the strongest on the mic, that further gives them an outlet, to your point, to go on that show and further develop themselves market-wise and promotional-wise and even interview-wise.
Yep.
And see, WWE is so stupid in that they just completely eliminated and just
took it out.
ridded. Yeah, they just basically ridded the whole organization of a platform that they had of their own called Talking Smack.
Yep, that's wild.
Like I remember vividly when that show was hot back in like 2016, 2017. I remember watching guys like Jinder Mahal going on there every week, and I would notice, like, even as much heat as Jinder Mahal was getting, and he wasn't even that over at the time, but just watching Jinder Mahal on Talking Smack every other week, I would notice the promos would get better and better and better and better. Same thing with Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is a classic example of somebody, who improved leaps and bounds on their promo skills. Because like Jinder Mahal, after every SmackDown Live, Baron Corbin would literally be one of the staples on that show. And like I said about Jinder, the promos would just keep getting better and better and better and better. And I just think, if WWE wasn't so fucking egotistical, and if they weren't trying to act so smart for their own good, and actually did the smart thing and actually kept Talking Smack, imagine what that would have done for certain superstars that are on the rosters or on the roster right now. Yeah. Imagine what that could have done for their career. Imagine what a Talking Smack would have done for somebody like an Ember Moon.
Yeah, and not being not being a cornball, but just the whole saying that practice makes perfect, and that's the thing that being the elite is. It's like they're entertaining, but at the same time, it's them practicing. You know what I'm saying? It's them practicing that on-camera spontaneity of fucking talking and being funny and being in character and saying the dope shit that we want to hear that makes us fucking follow them. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter, on Twitter
Right.
and Instagram, and follow them and just as a fan to just really get behind them. Like, who is it?
Right. I mean,
Hangman,
even with,
Adam Page. Like, I don't know much of him, but I kind of fuck with him. MJF. I didn't even see a match from MJF. You know what I'm saying? But he's a great.
Right.
He's kind of the damn it. He's kind of the exception, but he is like a 100% proof that just what I said. It is essential that you cut phenomenal promos, because like I said, I didn't see not one match from MJF. I saw 3 interviews and I was like, yo, I think this is my new favorite nigga.
Yeah.
3
Yeah,
interviews.
man.
I'm like, this is my favorite nigga right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And the thing of it is, you go back to somebody like Hangman Adam Page, another guy who's not known for his skills on the mic. But again, bringing up being the elite, where do we mostly see Hangman Adam Page? On Being the Elite.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand. Like, WWE has the resources.
Oh, yeah.
WWE has the platforms to make these stars that are in their organization better. They have the platforms to push them and to, further solidify them as legitimate characters, not only as legitimate characters, but, to help them become better talkers on the mic with their promos.
But then the thing is like, not even just like what you just said. They have the relationships. They have the relationships
Yes.
as far as, like, I'll put it this way. We got into the whole cutting promo and you know what I'm saying, marketing yourself in that form over Ricochet. Like,
Right.
they have a relationship to where, you know what? Cut all ends, just a shortcut, fucking fix the problem. Call up The Rock,
Right.
see if he can work with Ricochet for 2 months. Call up The Rock, have him work with Ricochet for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? On and off. Like, if Ricochet could soak in a fourth of the charisma of The Rock on the mic, and like the swagger of how he talks, and like just the fucking, like, you know what I'm saying, how he's just so fucking full of himself, because that's how he wrestles and that's how he walks out to the ring. But just like in interviews, it's like all of it goes away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Finn Balor's I'll say the old Finn Balor. You know what I'm saying? Not this smiling son of a bitch, but the old Finn Balor.
Right.
I was like, he was the coolest motherfucker since Bret Hart. But then when he's in the ring, same thing. In interviews, he's kind of short, soft-spoken, short words, but it still came off as cool. Not Finn Balor. I don't know why the fuck I keep calling him Finn Balor. Ricochet, the coolest motherfucker in ring, the coolest fucker walking out to the ring. But then when it comes to interviews, he's like a dork. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He needs he just needs to channel at least a quarter or half of fucking his whole of the rest of his package and put it in the interviews. And like I said, it could be The Rock that needs to take him under his wing. It could be fucking John Cena. I mean, John Cena's good at taking people under the wing and getting them comfortable with fucking talking. But somebody has to do it if he's gonna take it to the next level. If not, we may see him in AEW in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Everything goes back. Look, our resort is AEW.
No,
if everything goes, if nothing goes well, AEW is the problem solver.
Listen, I'm telling you, man. Like it may sound like whenever people bring up AEW, and I know people find it annoying, but the truth of the matter is that once Wednesday Night Dynamite premieres on TNT, people are going to see. Yeah. People are going to see why this is going to be the alternative to WWE. People are going to
But at the same time, that's why WWE's preparing for it now and like really doing the right thing with Bray and fucking giving us some fucking more quality matches. Because, I mean, I understand they can't give us, because they have too many angles and too many stories going on to give us a fucking AJ Ricochet 25-minute match. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you were saying earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They did what they could. Pretty much they cooked with what the fucking ingredients that they had. But they're still showing shades of, you know what? Damn, nigga, we got to show these niggas we kind of give a fuck. Like, that's kind of, you know what I'm saying, what the WWE is doing. They're like, yo, we can't keep fucking just saying fuck them every week. Damn. Because these niggas about to come.
But at the same time, though, you know, it's a reason. It's a legitimate reason why AEW is the talk of the wrestling town. And it's a reason why certain superstars in WWE are frustrated or are so frustrated that they want to go to AEW because, I think I said this either in the first or the second DVP podcast we did, and that is AEW is doing all the right things.
Oh yeah,
they just are.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like, you know, they're giving, you know, the superstars, you know, the amount of pay that they're worth. They're working a lighter schedule. They're giving them creative control. I mean, they're pretty much giving them the wrestler's American dream. That is every professional wrestler's American dream.
Oh yeah,
to work less, to be on the road less, to get higher pay, to have creative control, and to wrestle any type of fucking dates that they want to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, WWE.
It's an offer. It's an offer you can't just fucking. It's an offer you can't leave on the table if that offer comes to you. That's fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the WWE jock sniffers and, you know, sympathizers and everything. You know, they'll sit up here and be like, "Oh well, you know, what if AEW fails? What if it ends up being like WCW and stuff?" See, that's the thing. See, that's the only diss, if you want to call it that. Mm-hmm. That's the only diss that these you know dumb nuts can come up with is, oh, what if they fail? What if?
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is like, first of all, have y'all even seen Double or Nothing yet? No. Hell, did y'all even see All In? Let's go back to last year, 2018. Where this shit all came together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, did y'all even watch All In? Mm-hmm. No. Did y'all even watch the annual Double or Nothing, if you want to call it pep rally, press rally, whatever, in Las Vegas? No. You know what I'm saying? Like did y'all even watch the whatchamacallit, for the official launch of AEW, the little pep rally that they had for that in Jacksonville? Did y'all watch that? No. So it's like, if y'all are sitting up here already trying to predict how they're going to fail, like, how come y'all haven't even paid attention to the small success that they've already had? Yeah. Like, y'all are sitting up here worried so much about the failure. Y'all haven't even looked at the success,
or even the amount of accomplishment of Cody and Young Bucks and fucking Kenny putting together their own pay-per-view and then having a billionaire fucking co-sign it. Like, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Like the very first one, what wasn't it last year? Because that's the one you put me on to that. And I went back. Yeah, I'm like, they did that themselves with their own money. And my thing is like, if you think that, I'll put it this way, if you're just going to put the fucking fail sticker on that, apparently you don't know that you had 4 fucking wrestlers put their own money, hosted a pay-per-view, and had a fucking billionaire co-sign it. So, I mean...
But hold on. Hold on, though. Mm-hmm. But hold on, though, AG. Not only did they do their own pay-per-view with their own money. See, this is the other aspect that these WWE butt munches tend to overlook. They sold out.
Yeah, definitely.
They sold. Not only did they sell out, in the first pay-per-view, they sold out the next pay-per-view that they did after that, which was Double or Nothing. And guess what? I got other breaking news for you, WWE jock snippers. You ready for this? They also sold out the next pay-per-view that they're going to do, which is All Out, which is the sequel to All In.
Hey, and I'll give you another fun fact that you probably already know, but listeners, Brandy Rhodes went on record to say that they could have sold it out twice because they had a certain amount in queue after they sold out.
130,000 people
in queue
that were wanting
to buy tickets after it sold out.
And they couldn't even accommodate those extra 130,000 people to accommodate those tickets. But yet, what if they fail?
They've already won. They've already won.
Get the fuck out of here.
They've
man.
already fucking won, man. I
don't
give a fuck. And my thing is like a win isn't overtaking the WWE cloak, because that's not gonna happen. But they've already won because they've already cultivated a fan base, and that I will clearly say that I'm part of, but a fan base that even we said it maybe 3 podcasts ago, like, oh, we're gonna be there to bust your ass if you do fuck up, but the AEW has a fan base that where we're gonna be a little lenient because we know that it's a fucking work in progress. Just like the camera angles that they fucked up in on Double or Nothing. Like, yeah, it was a couple spots missed, but you know what? It's a work in progress, and the work in progress is already exactly what I've been fucking fiending for as far as a wrestling fan. So, hey, I'll overlook some little fuck shits here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But my thing is that, you know, these WWE marks, you know, that just, you know, are so upset because they don't want any competition, you know, to force WWE to step their game up and to present a pro wrestling product that their fans who faithfully tune in to their TV programming, their network, as well as their pay-per-views every single week. Like, they're just so hell-bent on already...
Tell me this real quick. And then we're going to go into a break, and then we're going to, you know what I'm saying, knock out the podcast. But I got a question for you, to be honest. Okay, you're saying those same people that are like, when AEW fails, whatever. Why do you think, I'll put it this way, like, because they don't have any incentive, because they're not getting paid by the WWE.
Exactly.
And I think you could give me a good answer. Like, for one, what are some characteristics of that person, and also why are they like that? Because, you know what I'm saying, like, if they're so passionate about a wrestling company that is on the way up to fail, but so high up on WWE, like, apparently they're passionate about wrestling. Why are they so passionate to see an upcoming wrestling promotion with a lot of promise fail just for the WWE to remain king, which they're probably gonna remain king, but there's, you know what I'm saying, there's a king, queen, there's a you know what I'm saying, it could be 2 kings in 2 different lanes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why is that?
Well,
and my bad, last time I cut you, and I know that they are marks. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that could be the easy answer, that because they're WWE marks. But I know you know what I'm saying. What's your outlook? Who are these fucking people?
Okay, so it basically goes back to what I was saying about how, you know, they don't want WWE to be pushed. They don't want WWE to be motivated. They're just, you know, content with WWE just stuck in their ways and delivering, you know, this half-ass, you know, dry-ass, watered-down product, you know, where they're breaking all of their own rules. They're not following up with storylines. You know, they're not, you know, elevating, you know, their stars of the future. Matter of fact, they're not even building their damn superstars of the future. And, you know,
so why would they champion that? Why would they champion that? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like, you've got these people, you know, on the internet, you know, that have been brainwashed
There
by
you go.
everything WWE has done.
That's
and
yo.
they hang
You know
on.
what? Hey, you gonna keep going. You gonna keep going. But that's all I was. That was all I was wanting to hear you say. I just wanted to hear fucking the BW word, or the B word, brainwash. I just wanted to make sure that you said that. Boom.
Yeah,
And
but they
that
hang
came
on.
so quick. He only had to
Yeah,
say. He
no,
only had to say 2 sentences, and he fucking used it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but I mean that's really what it is though, AG. I mean they are brainwashed and they hang on to every word that Vince tells us, that Vince tells them, I should say. But at the same time, this is the same fucking guy that keeps letting you down. This is the same fucking guy that constantly comes out every week and puts out a product and programming that is constantly insulting your fucking intelligence. Why would you still want to invest your time weekly to watch something that is constantly insulting the way that you think, knowing damn well, if you got common sense, knowing damn well that what you're seeing or what you're being presented on television is not right?
Okay,
and
but
does not make any lick of sense.
Exactly. Okay, and exactly what you said. But my thing, and I wish, like I said, I wish we'll do it. We'll do it next podcast. I'm gonna have like a screen caption program where I can actually pull up these things that I'm saying in people's tweets. But this is the question that I'm asking or kind of fucking go a little bit deeper into it. The same people that you just said that okay, boom, they're brainwashed, are the same people that will bitch and complain about Shane McMahon being on TV all the time, but then they'll fucking still hate on AEW and say that they don't stand a chance against WWE, but then they will fucking literally go on and damn WWE to hell for Shane constantly being on. And and that's the reason why I kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to ask you. It's like they hit it right on the nail. But why is Shane on TV?
Yeah,
That's bullshit. But then
you did.
But then they'll say
hit the nail right on the wood.
But then they'll say fuck AEW, and I don't get that.
Yeah, because again, because they're fucking confused, AG.
Yeah,
they're confused because okay, 1 week, let's say a couple of weeks. They might, experience a couple of good Raw and SmackDowns or whatever, and then they'll take that as oh, well, see, WWE's making progress. We had a 2 out of 3 falls match. we had a 2 out of 3 falls match with Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler, on free TV or whatever. Although we just saw that fucking match at Stomping Grounds and at Super Showdown, but I digress. Or they might be like, oh well, Seth Rollins, is your Universal Champion or whatever the case may be. But I'm like, yeah, he's the Universal Champion. But what legit opponent has he had besides Baron Corbin?
Yeah,
tell me that. Brainwashed WWE fan.
Exactly.
What other legitimate top-notch opponent has Seth Rollins had over the past 2 months, ever since WrestleMania?
See, and I was about to say fucking AJ Styles, but that was a while ago.
That was a while ago.
No one.
Overweight. You'll love this. They'll also tell you, oh, well, why are you up here bitching? They gave us AJ Styles and Ricochet. Yeah, that's one fucking time, idiot.
Yeah, I know.
We probably won't ever see that matchup ever again. I mean, it's not like they're going to actually make it a feud.
Yeah, they won't even look at it for the fact that we've last week's Raw was very much decent. This week's Raw was
inconsistent.
It wasn't horrible. Yeah, it wasn't horrible, but it was It wasn't like how it's been. So
right.
They take that as I'll put it. It's like they don't have any standards. That boom.
They
there you
really
go.
don't.
They
it's
don't have any.
Standard,
yeah, they don't have any wrestling standards.
Standard.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's
and they contradict. And the thing of it is too. No, I get what you're saying. Like it's contradicting.
Yeah.
Like they contradict themselves. See, that's another part about them being so confused and brainwashed. By this shit that Vince presenting to them every week. Because, like I said, they break their own rules. They don't follow up with their storyline. Now it's to the point now, Aaron, where it's like, oh, if you go out and attack the top guy, or if you go out and attack, the champion, you get a fucking title shot. Like, what is that?
Yeah, for no
what
reason. For no apparent reason.
Or if you come out and cut a promo and be like, it should have been me.
Yeah,
it should have been me.
Yeah.
Oh,
though I like Dolph,
Dolph.
I like Dolph, but that was just a horrible it takes away from his character, to be honest. It took away from his whole character and the whole steam that he built up and being the arrogant asshole with Drew McIntyre. This shit right here, it took away from it. Like, they fucked him up. And we talked about Shinsuke earlier, and we were hoping that The Fiend would pick would pick Finn Balor. Shinsuke came out on Finn Balor, didn't he?
Yeah.
So and that was the first time we've seen Shinsuke in a very long time, and it's like,
oh, but guess what, Aaron? I guarantee you he's the new number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship.
Just because he walked out in front of the camera for like 5 seconds and didn't even say a word. So we just
didn't even say a word.
We're done though. Shit, that's all we need. And truthfully, now we can't wait to see it.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And see, this is why.
Wild.
And see, this is why. And this is why. This is why AEW is going to succeed. Because, number one, being that you have actual talent running this company, they understand, like, no, wins and losses are going to matter in this company.
Yeah, I love
You're
they
not
say
going to
that.
be away from 5 or 6 months from the organization and then just waltz your ass back up in there and get a title shot. No. You got to have at least about a good 3 or 4 wins straight and move up the rankings, like, in legitimate competition. Because it's like, I guarantee you, LeBron, I guarantee you, like, LeBron wouldn't just, if he had, took a break, or if he had got injured for about, like, I don't know, 5-6 months, that doesn't mean that the LA Lakers are going to mess around and just get, a number 1 seed in the finals. No. You gotta have a good enough record in the regular season. Yeah. You gotta win your playoff games, and you gotta and from that you position yourself to vie for the NBA championship in the NBA finals. And I believe, even though pro wrestling, technically, to some is not legit.
Hey, but you know what? I was
seem legit.
I was just about to say this. It's still sports entertainment. It's entertainment, it's sports entertainment. So we need wins and losses counting, because we're supposed to believe that it is a real sport.
Exactly.
So that's,
right.
Yeah. So
that's my point. That's my point exactly.
But and that's what AEW is doing 100%. Crazy.
Right, and WWE, and that's what WWE isn't doing. Like I said, they break their own rules. They don't follow up on shit, and in turn, they brainwash and confuse their fans, as well as contradict them by, okay, you can sit up here and bitch and complain about one of your own superstars that you like, but you'll mess around and waste breath by disparaging another professional wrestling organization that's not even on damn TV yet.
Exactly.
But still sold out. But still sold out an arena in, like, what, 15, 20 freaking minutes. And this is their only, and this is
the last one?
No, I'm talking about this one. I'm talking about this one. And this is technically their second pay-per-view.
No,
the actual organization.
The upcoming one didn't sell out in 20. I thought they sold out in like 8 minutes, man. Like, dead.
Yeah, it might have been. Anyway, the bottom line is they sold the shit out, and it's only their second pay-per-view as an actual wrestling company.
Wow. Yep.
Like, that alone is not. That's not heard of. That's unheard of.
No, it isn't.
Like I don't even think ECW did no shit like that.
But the
when
thing,
they were coming up.
But the thing with ECW is they never even had an arena as big to fill. Like the big, like to be honest, the biggest arena. I think one of the biggest arenas on EC, and they wasn't on their come up. I believe it was maybe 98 or 99. One of the biggest arenas that ECW ever had to fill was here, the Cobb Galleria, and they barely filled it because I went there. I think it was Heat. I think it was Heat Wave. I saw Hayabusa and I forgot the guy who used to have tattoos all over him. Shinzaki.
With the Hakushi.
Yeah, Hakushi, yeah, because he had two different names.
Hakushi.
Yeah, Hakushi and Hayabusa, and they took on Rob Van Dam and Sabu. I think that was in the main event, Heat Wave '98. But I went to that shit at the Cobb Galleria, and that, like, you know the size of Cobb Galleria. It's not. Oh yeah. It's not ginormous, but it's bigger than the fucking bingo hall that they fucking used to do in Pennsylvania. Definitely. Yeah, so and that's my thing. It's like, okay, they could sell that out, but that's on a whole different level. Or I'll say this, AEW is on a whole different level. But because just how we said, or how Brandy Rhodes said, they sold out. I believe I'll just say this, in less than 10 minutes, and they still had over 100,000 queued. So they could have sold out 2 or 3 more times, and that's fucking crazy.
Right. Mm-hmm. But it all goes back to the product that they're putting out. Mm-hmm. They're putting out a wrestling product that fans want to invest in, and not because of the fact that, they're going to be the alternative, but because they have people in place, basically wrestling talent, who are very good at business. Like, they know how to run a fucking wrestling show. Yep. Because the head wrestlers. Guy, yes, but the head guy, people forget this too. The head guy, a.k.a. Cody Rhodes, was the son of a promoter.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And one of the greatest promoters of all time.
Right. Do we not forget Dusty Rhodes? Like,
a fair man.
Like in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Like, especially in the early mid-90s of WCW, like, made that shit go.
Yep, definitely.
So it's like, why are you surprised that Cody has these type of chops when I'm pretty sure his old man, before he left this earth,
definitely
told him and showed him
some business
all the ins and outs of the game.
And as well as even pulling in his big brother fucking Dustin in there. Like, that could even be the reason why that, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought sure Dustin was done wrestling, Goldust, whatever you want to call it. I thought he was done wrestling, but my thing is it's almost like a introduction to Dustin to fucking actually have a fucking a respectable retirement, because you already know the WWE ain't gonna give him a respectable retirement. They're gonna pour pink. They're gonna pour fucking pink metallic gold all over him and let him fucking lose to fucking Sheamus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but that didn't happen. So he could go over there, have a good feud with his brother. If you would even call it a feud, it was just pretty much like kind of a dream match or a match that needed to happen with his brother. Now he's gonna tag up with his brother. Very emotional match of the year, and then boom, slide into a fucking executive position at AEW, the next best thing.
Or not even an executive position, maybe just a creative position.
Yep, creative. Yep, and keep that legacy going, that fucking knowledgeable net legacy of the fucking Rhodes family.
Yeah, and I mean, if there's anybody, and think about this too. If there's anybody that would be good at character development, it is Dustin, because he did play a character.
Many, yeah, and he had so many. I mean, he came out as himself. He came out as fucking, you know what I'm saying, Goldust, and that's the thing about Goldust. There were like 3 or 4 different fucking versions of Goldust. It was the flamboyant kind of like, oh shit, kind of weirdo Goldust. Then there was like the mysterious Goldust that wasn't like with what was it, like Luna? No, what was it? Start with an M, I think.
Marlena?
Yeah, Marlena. The real, like, I think she's one of the hottest valets of all time. But she was a little short. And she smoked cigars, so that was kind of weird. But yeah, like Like that, like pretty much the first Goldust. That Goldust with Marlena was like, I don't know what the fuck that was. Then it came out with kind of the funny Goldust, and then it came out with the fucking Goldust that was like the
artist formerly known as Goldust.
Yeah, like the artist formerly known. Like, and I'm not sure if that was the one that fucking beefed with Roddy Piper. It was more because the Roddy Piper was the Marlena Goldust, the one that was kind of It was like, holy shit, what the fuck's going on? But yo, man, I gotta pee, man. Do you want to you want to take about a 5-minute break and then come back and then finish it up in about 15-20?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna take I said that so fucked up, and I'm gonna leave that in there because that sounded kind of funny. We'll take like about a 5 to 6 to 7 minute break and then finish the rest of the podcast up in about 15 to 20 minutes. That's just weird as fuck. But yeah,
either way it sounds good. Either way it sounds good.
Well, that's what's up. I'm gonna hit you back, man, because I'm about to piss my motherfucking pants. And I ain't even set. I like to set the tone for the podcast, just so y'all know. I had 3 16-ounce Miller Lights in front of me, a 33.8 fluid ounce purified Kroger water, and a Scofflaw creamsicle. What was it? Creamsicle milkshake IPA that I just dusted off, and that was 8.6. Yeah, 8.6 ABV. So I got to pee, smoke, and then get back to it.
He's about to have Niagara Falls in his fucking toilet right now.
Yeah, holy shit.
I feel bad for your toilet.
I'm about to sit down. I'm sitting down to pee. I'll hit you right back. And of course, George Kennebrew will be bringing us back in on the Dear Vince podcast, episode 5.
You know.
Bet.
You know.
I'll hit you in 5. Oh, shit. All right, man.
Hey, yo. If y'all didn't know by now, jock sniffers, this is the Dear Vince podcast with the wrestling mastermind and the voice with the only choice, because, yes, I do have one. And, of course, Miller Lite mixed with creamsicle ale beer drink shawty, because I'm glad he didn't create a fucking leak in his toilet.
That was almost bad. That was almost really bad, man. I ran in there and I got it all out, smoked, like now I'm like good as new, but holy fuck, man, that was a close one, man. And it's funny, and this is how genuine we are. Like I said, I like to set the tone for the podcast. I like to know what, I like for you all to know what I'm drinking on, because some of you that watch the podcast, you may watch the podcast from previous videos I've uploaded on this YouTube channel. But yeah, you know what? In the comments, because like I said, we're not getting a lot of comments, but we're getting a lot of fucking feedback from the WWE universe, from fucking execs from the WWE universe. I'm seeing a lot of likes because, like I said, we're monitoring that shit. Stephanie McMahon watched last episode. Give a round of applause to you, Stephanie McMahon. Definitely a round of applause to you. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie, so much for watching.
Thank you for staying your smart ass at home.
Definitely.
And not getting involved with grown people shit. I wish your doofus ass brother would do the same thing, but unfortunately, can't nobody tell him shit. So we're being forced to put up with it. So,
thank you.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Stephanie McMahon. You do everything right, man. Like, you're almost one of my favorite fucking anythings on the planet. But anyway,
hold on, I didn't go that damn far now.
I love Stephanie McMahon.
I ain't giving her that much fucking credit.
I absolutely love Stephanie McMahon. Sorry, Triple H, man. It is what it is. Like, I know you looked at as a legendary wrestler, Trip, but I mean, I'm a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I ain't saying that I'm crazy, but I'm a blue belt. I'm a blue. But yeah, it is what it is,
that's
man.
Dangerous enough.
But look, what we're gonna do. Oh, you know what? I gotta apologize because this episode 5 was supposed to be the Rising Star episode. We're supposed to talk about MJF. We're supposed to talk about a lot of tag teams in the AEW.
Damn,
Lucha
boy.
Underground. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Boy, you slipping.
Yeah,
boy, you slipping.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that, man. Private Party. We're supposed to talk about them, but we're gonna go ahead and smash out the tail end of this podcast with pretty much, we're just going to skim through SmackDown, and then to be totally honest, I'm going to give George free reign, you know what I'm saying, to top it off and just end the podcast. And yeah, so it is what it is. As far as SmackDown, I don't think there was that much significant. Oh yeah, you know what? And this is so unprofessional, but it is what it is. It's the fucking Dear Vince podcast. We do whatever the fuck we want to do. Hell, I'm playing the role of Vince McMahon.
Whatever we want to do.
Yep, playing the role of Vince McMahon right now. The one thing that I didn't like about Raw though,
what was that?
of the past episode. And like I said, we ain't got to even take that long on it, but I hated the fact that Becky Lynch came out and like said, but I forget exactly how she said it. Like, yeah, this the whatever I say perks, but that's not what she said. Of being the man's man to Seth Rollins. You don't think that that's a little emasculating to that dude? Fuck out of here, man. I'm sick of this Becky Lynch bullshit.
See this is what I was afraid of.
Being the man's man. Holy fuck. God, this shit fucked up.
You are an idiot, man.
That shit crazy.
But no, this is what I was afraid of, though. This is what I was afraid of the moment they decided to go ahead and expose him and Becky's relationship.
Yep.
This is exactly what I was afraid was going to happen.
Making them look weak.
Becky was going to take that shit to her head, or I should say WWE Creative was going to take that shit to her head, and they were going to have Becky trying to come out and portray herself like she was more manly than Seth.
Yep, and
I'm just like,
and it's crazy. It's crazy we didn't fucking touch this on the Raw half, but they're like, what? I mean, you already saying what you think about, but that really, and I hate using this term, but that really grinded my fucking gears.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at this, and I'm just like, you dumb motherfuckers. I mean, why in the hell? Okay, it's one thing to have, this man gimmick with Becky. Okay, that's already something
to the other to the other females, yeah, but how does it feel to be the man's man? Like, damn, you just shit it all over Seth. And that's
I'm just like, you're gonna take it a step further, and you're just gonna be like, oh, fuck the fact that we've got actual feminine women here in the WWE, who like, okay, see, I was about to get like really, really raw, for real. See, I'm about to get carried away. I'm about to get carried away right now, but I'm just going to keep it at this. I'm just going to keep it at this. I'm just going to be like, you're just going to forget the fact that you've got like legitimate feminine women on your roster, like, who don't mind letting their men actually be the fucking men.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so Vince, you're literally just going to be like, okay, fuck all of the legitimate feminine women on my roster. I'm just gonna have like Becky come out and basically just proclaim herself to be more of a man than the actual men on my roster.
But then another bad look. Not just the other fucking male wrestlers on the roster, but your Universal Champion. So
your Universal Champion.
So your Universal Champion is the man's man. Like, get the come on.
You're top fucking guy on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got his damn girlfriend coming out here saying that she's more of his kind than he is.
That's fucking ridiculous.
What type of shit is that?
Come on, Raw. What the fuck y'all doing, man?
And her pussy still smell like lima beans.
Lima beans. Smell like Kipper snacks with the mustard. The Kipper snacks fucking drowned in mustard. Fuck you, Becky Lynch. Fuck you. But you know what? I was a fan of Becky Lynch, but and I know it's a gimmick. I know it's a gimmick, but you know what? The gimmick, like, it's still real to me. It's still real to me. Fuck you, Becky Lynch. I don't give a fuck.
That's how I'm feeling, though. That's how I'm feeling, though, man. I'm just like, speaking of, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of getting some loving and all this other dumb shit that we're talking about, like, I wonder what Seth is thinking now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they're on the plane ride, to whatever other town that they're going to, or whenever they're in the hotel,
they had to talk about it. They had to talk about that, definitely, because he even looked a little awkward when the whole, because I mean I knew he knew that she was coming out, but he probably didn't know word for word, you know what I'm saying, what the dialogue was gonna be. And when she said that shit, like I may have to even rewatch his reaction to it, but if I remember right, he kind of had a little fucking sour, shitty fucking, you know what I'm saying, squirch face fucking look to that shit. Because I know I would have. The man. How does it feel to be the man's man? Like, or whatever she said. Like, fuck out of here.
But why the fuck would you want to be that, though, Becky? I mean, I understand the whole logic of the man. No, I get it. Yeah. I understand the whole logic of the gimmick is, you know, based off of, you know, being the most dominant. You know what I'm saying? Conquering all challenges. I get that shit.
Yeah.
But that's just completely unacceptable.
Yeah, it's demeaning.
As corny as that sounds.
No, that's not corny at all. It's demeaning, and it's almost the whole not the defend, like the feminization of like guys, like trying to make guys into like the bitches, and pardon my words, trying to make guys into the bitches, and then having the females as the fucking figurehead, the fucking ones that run shit. And I'm like, it's all damn, and that's fucked up because I just said how much I love Stephanie McMahon, but it's all Stephanie's baby, man. Just how this is, and pushing the whole Me Too agenda. Not sure if you up on that shit.
And the fucking women's revolution and all that other bullshit.
Yep, women's revolution, and now also making Finn Balor pretty much how he is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole agenda pushing. It's a whole agenda pushing program that the WWE's using right now, and it's ridiculous. I'd never call Becky Lynch the man. Fuck that.
Hell no. And let me just say this too, and you know what I mean, I could really give a fuck, like, you know, how this sounds, because I'm speaking my damn mind right now. What Becky Lynch needs to understand, when it's fucking done, Seth has a dick, okay? And that's not gonna change. As much as you probably want to have a dick, you don't have one, Becky.
Yep.
Like,
and you sound like a
seriously.
clown. You sound like a clown.
Like,
you don't like, talk like that either. You don't fucking talk like that.
She really doesn't.
Ronda, like, shut the fuck up, man. Literally shut the fuck up. Like, I unfollowed her on Instagram, Twitter, and that ain't shit, because it is what it is. She has millions of followers, and I have whatever. But I'm just like, I can't see this shit no more, man. And truthfully, if I see her in real life, man, I may have to fight her and Seth Rollins for this goofy ass voice. Ronda, what does she call her? Ronnie. I'm sorry, Ronnie. Like, man, Ronda Rousey will pull your fucking head off and make it, feed it to you, and you'll shit that shit out. Fuck out of here. That shit's ridiculous. Ronnie
sounds like a bunch of mush.
Yeah, for real. She sound like corned beef hash coming out the can in slow motion. Ronnie. Okay. And then it's funny because sometimes she really feeling herself. I'm gonna say I'm gonna just say a sentence, because I have this Captain Power thing right here. It says command from TV actually lights up and charges. This is her saying it on the spot. Command from TV lights up and actually charges. Like, shut up, man. You fucking He-Man wannabe mother. Like, fuck out of here.
Been watching too much of those Conor McGregor promos.
Yeah, exactly. It's like she's so over the top. It's crazy, and it's fucked up that creative or even Seth Rollins hasn't dialed that shit back. Cause it's like, and then when she walks out fucking with her chest out. Oh God, I hate it. And look, this is the amount of hate. And I ain't trying to say that I actually hate her as a person, because like I said, I know it's a gimmick. But she went from, I think, my favorite women's talent in the WWE to now I can't even fucking watch her. I fast forward through her shit. Like, she was actually my favorite, because my thing is, like, to me, at the time when she was somewhat normal, I'm like, okay, she's attractive, some like good looking, decent in the ring. Truthfully, she's not even that great in the ring. Talk-wise, now, some people will probably say that horse shit is fucking good, but I don't think so. Anytime she opens her mouth, it's more annoying than Ronda Rousey used to be to me. Like, I really wish that Ronda Rousey was fucking active and she really pushed her fucking buttons the wrong way so we could really see Becky Lynch get, like, really show her how much not a woman she is by getting beat up by one of the baddest women ever to fucking grace this earth. Fuck you, Becky Lynch. Fuck you.
And there it is. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The first ever rant from Beer Drink Shawty himself, brought to you by the Dear Vince podcast.
Damn, and that was real because I blacked out for a second. I literally I just came back too, and I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened?
That was a real shoot. That was a real shoot, though. You broke kayfabe, AG. You broke kayfabe,
motherfucker. Let me get another gulp of this fucking Miller Lite, man. But what else what do you have to say on that? And then what do you have to say on SmackDown? Fuck, I literally blacked out. That's fucking funny.
Oh man. Well, first of all, first of all, Becky Lynch. She needs to get all that mush out of her mouth. Or is that mush that's in her mouth?
For real. Oh, God. Don't start me again.
Oh,
Fuck
man. Okay, we're going all off the deep end here, people. But, this is what happens towards the end of the DVP podcast. But no. Yeah, that shit was, that whole man's man shit. And the thing of it is, too, she said it with a fucking smile on her face, too.
Yeah, exactly. Like she believes the shit.
I'm like, you some kind of bold, aren't you?
Like she fucking believes the shit. Like, get the fuck out
Wow. She actually thinks she's a man's man. Okay, I bet her mother must be damn proud of her. But
no, I bet
that is me.
No, I bet fucking Seth Rollins' dad is like, yo, what the fuck? How the fuck how you still fucking with this bitch? After she just sunned you on fucking Raw. She didn't sun you on fucking social media or like just tweet the shit. She fucking sunned you on their main fucking show. Just said that pretty much called you a bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking crazy, man. Seth, man, step your shit up, man. Step your shit up.
All right.
Holy
all right.
Fuck.
With her torn fishnet stockings.
I know, right? Freaking kipper snack. She's a fucking kipper. She's a kipper shake. Fucking salmon shake. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Man, wow. That's gonna be one that fans are gonna be talking about for a while there. Becky Lynch officially proclaims herself the man, like actually a man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She's
like
Yep. That, like, how does it feel to be the man's man? I'm like, damn.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Wow.
Fuck it. It is
just
what
when
it is.
Just when you thought Vince McMahon lost his fucking mind, he's literally lost his fucking mind.
Yep, but like I said, I think that's Stephanie's thing. She's on that whole agenda. So it is what it is, man. SmackDown.
Yeah,
what else is up with SmackDown? Well, no, what was you saying, my bad?
Oh yeah, no. Okay, so about SmackDown. So we could go ahead and call off the search. We have found Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan.
Okay.
They've been found, or what have you. And you know what? I gotta say, this little match that they had. It was originally like what, the New Day versus Bryan and Rowan, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess
Heavy Machinery.
Bryan and yeah. I was gonna say, but that was after like a disqualification happened, right? Because then like Eric Rowan get mad and like start, beating up Xavier Woods outside of the at ringside or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and that caused Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to come in and do a number on the New Day, and then like Aaron just said, Heavy Machinery came in.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of even the odds. And then, of course, in typical WWE fashion, we've got a tag team match, players. Holla, holla,
Yeah,
holla.
another one. Oh, didn't see that coming. But one thing that I will applaud them on, what a way to put Heavy Machinery kind of over. You know what I'm saying? Is to have them come out and help out the New Day, because their shit, like, I don't like it. It is what it is. Like, they like to give a lot of tribute to the Bushwhackers. I remember the Bushwhackers as a kid, but
Hey, man.
and they're a cornball tag team, but finally, I mean, my thing is, like, finally, just invest something. Invest something in some of the new people. You know what I'm saying? Give them a shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let us say that shit don't go. Take that shit
You
back.
can say whatever you want about Heavy Machinery. I fucking love them.
You've seen more of them though, probably in NXT.
Oh yeah,
because I haven't seen shit of them, huh?
Oh, that's the beautiful thing. The best is yet to come. Like, just wait until they get fully settled in. Like, you'll understand why they were such a big hit in NXT like they were. But you know, I gotta say, that damn Otis Dojovic, man, that guy, he really tickles me every time that I see him. He's always gyrating for some reason.
That's the big guy.
Yeah, he's always gyrating for some reason. I don't know where Otis likes to get, you know, this love for gyrating. But,
maybe he knows those weird steroid steaks. I mean, he's the Big E version of the fucking tag team, I think.
Wow, that is a hell of a comparison. This guy just called him the Big E of Heavy Machinery. Wow.
And shout out to Big E. Nothing has nothing to do. This comment has nothing to do with the Heavy Machinery guy. But shout out to Big E. You deserve a fucking title run as a singles competitor if they get you out of this fucking whole New Day thing. And it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
New Day's gonna turn on each other. And it's gonna happen while Kofi Kingston is the fucking champ. And if that does happen, if one of the and no shade to fucking Xavier Woods, because he is a fucking in-ring fucking beast. But what you call it? Big E has everything. Big E has everything of a fucking heel or a face as far as being a Universal Champion or just a WWE Champion. Like, do you remember back when he used to, like, make the referee count to, like, what, 5 or some shit instead of 3?
Yep.
Or was it 10? Yeah, some shit like that. Like, he has, I'll put it this way. He could be a mixture of Brock Lesnar, Ryback, and fucking Goldberg as a black dude. Yep. He has that. But my thing, though, he's even stronger than them. And that's real.
Yeah, now that is a fact. That is a fact.
He can do.
Yeah,
just how we call Finn Balor the what we call him.
You said he was cooler than Bret Hart, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, cooler than Bret Hart, but no, we call him the unpredictable. No, not the unpredictable.
You talking about the extraordinary man that does extraordinary things?
Exactly, the extraordinary man that does extraordinary things. That could be fucking. We could have 2 of those in the WWE with Big E fucking just doing crazy lifts. Bring back the Big Show. Bring back the Big Show just for like a little squash match after he turns heel, and have the Big Show come out and fucking attack him, and then have an impromptu match and have him fucking body slam the Big Show. Like, do something to get Big E over after this shit happens, because it's going to happen. New Day is going to fucking turn on each other, and it's going to be great. Some people or kids are going to cry. Kids are going to cry. Like, I may shed a tear or two, but it's going to be good for each and every member of New Day when that does happen.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
But how do we know? But at the same time, though, how do we know we might not be swerved and Kofi just might turn on Big E and Xavier Woods himself?
I could see that happening. I mean, because it was kind of a weird or a thing he said. He was like, "No, we are brothers at whatever this past Tuesday." I mean, he said that before, but I mean that could be a thing. And I thought that was I actually thought it was going to be a thing when he was kind of rivaling with Daniel Bryan before I really saw that, okay, no, they're going Daniel Bryan full heel, Eric Rowan full heel, Daniel Bryan. So I'm like, okay, so he's not going to go heel yet. And that would be kind of dumb for him to turn Kofi heel. But you're definitely right. In some way or form, they're going to break up, and it's going to be like I'm thinking at a pay-per-view. It would have to be at a pay-per-view to where like one of them turn and it's just gonna be crazy. And my thing is, if there's a pay-per-view where the bill is set for the New Day, the actual New Day, a 3-man tag or a 6-man tag with the actual New Day versus another 3 guys, that will be the day when the New Day breaks up. Because it makes no sense for them to, have the, the Universal Champ with the other 2 guys in a New Day match. So as soon as you see that happen, as soon as it's an actual New Day, maybe even on Raw or SmackDown or whatever, because whatever, whichever one. Whenever there's going to be a 6-man tag with all 3 of New Day, mark my words, that's going to be the day that either 1, they break up, or 2, Kofi accidentally drop kicks fucking Xavier off the side from someone missing. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm saying, some shit like that, to where it brings tension in between the fucking faction, and then it's coming like really quick because it's just such a good angle.
Yeah,
and
I can actually see that.
And I'm pretty sure Vince is definitely ready for this black on black violence. this fucking black on black violence fucking angle. I'm pretty sure he's ready to fucking do that.
Probably so. I mean, I wouldn't want to look at it, from that perspective. But I mean, it's Vince McMahon. I mean, the guy said the N word, on national television.
My nigga.
So it's like,
it's on the intro too. Hell yeah.
Right. Still can't believe he said that though.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, that was like real weird. And then, but the fucked up thing about it, it was the time to where it was kind of wasn't it coming out of the Attitude Era to where Era to where John Cena was the man that kind of slowed down, kind of censored a little bit more, and then boom, he fucking did that. That was weird.
Yeah, yeah, that was like post Attitude Era, like pre Ruthless Aggression.
Boom,
era.
There you go. That was just a flex.
Yeah.
Though. It was a flex. It was like, I'm Vince McMahon. I can get away with it as long as I like kind of laugh it off and like make it look corny and goofy. And John Cena has my back because he's just gonna be like, what the fuck he saying? He's the boss. So like, but no, Vince, that was bad move. But truthfully, I'm glad that you didn't get any backlash from that. To be totally honest, it ain't me being a fucking cornball, but I'm like, you shouldn't have done it. But I'm glad people didn't blow it up for what they could have.
Because boy, if he would have got backlash,
he ain't making no mistakes like that now.
Well, I'm telling you,
that he ain't doing that now.
Because he would have had about like 30 brothers waiting for him outside of the arena, but not including the ones in his own damn company, for that matter.
Yeah, it's too crucial now. It's too crucial. Everything has to be right. Everything has to be right now. But fuck, man, we literally said, we're gonna try to hit it for fucking 15, 20. We're at 1 hour and 47 minutes right now, this second.
Well, I mean, if you would have
know.
never went on that
I went on a rant.
Spontaneous shoot.
I went on a fucking rant.
We probably would have hit the mark, but you want to sit up here and shoot on.
No, don't say Becky
Lynch. I mean, Becky Lynch.
Don't bring her up, man. Don't bring her up. I'm the one brought her up too, because I brought up the whole whole thing. But yeah, I'm not bringing her up anymore because I'm very frustrated with this Becky Lynch situation. But look, close it out. Anything about SmackDown? Right. Anything about SmackDown? And what do you want? And fuck the bullshit. Next week, whatever you say, right here, is what next week's podcast is going to be. I don't give a fuck if I'm busy, you're busy. I'm going to fucking take at least a couple hours to fucking get the shit ready. Yeah. We're going to have, I'll put it this way, guys. We're going to have some bullet points next week. Like, this week was a clusterfuck, and I even said at the beginning just how we did last week. Last week was a clusterfuck, but the podcast came out wonderful. This came out wonderful as well. I hope all the execs at WWE Creative, y'all enjoy it. You're welcome. Go ahead and, base your ideas off of what we said. If you need any coaching, Ricochet needs a little bit of coaching as far as being on the mic. Hit up George. He'll gladly shoot you his his cell phone
Yeah.
number. Just send
Of course.
just send a comment in the video, and he'll
Yeah.
DM you with his you know what I'm saying, cell phone number, and we can get that going. But anyway, like, go ahead and close it out. Anything about SmackDown and any fucking final words that you'd like to say for episode 5 of the podcast? And also, next week, what is the topic?
All right, so as far as what I got to say about SmackDown, I mean, you know, SmackDown, it was decent. I mean, I still feel like, you know, this whole Shane McMahon thing has got to stop at some fucking point, and then it didn't do us any favors that he blatantly cut a teleprompter-esque promo to open the show on top of that. But, you know, I'm not going to sit up here and get on. Yeah, I'm not going to sit up here and get on Shane, because we'll be going for another hour and whoever knows minutes or whatever. But anyway, so that was horrible. They made The Miz look like a complete dweeb by having him lose to Elias again.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Damn it. I'm glad you at least highlighted that. But yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and you know, they the New Day, Daniel Bryan, Eric Rowan situation in Heavy Machinery, that was pretty good. I actually did enjoy the 2 out of 3 falls match with Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler to close out the show. That was very good. Yeah, and it really wasn't anything anything else that was significant. I mean, other than they made Ember Moon look like a complete dumbass again.
God. Oh, well, look, hey, you know what? Let's talk about that a little bit. Like we're just gonna actually, like, we're gonna be looking at our watches, and talk about that, because that was ridiculous. Because if I remember right, you were a bit late on watching. I'm like, and I sent you a message. I'm gonna look at the message now, and I think I put totally jobbed her or some shit like that. And then later, but my thing though, you were watching it and you didn't comment because you were watching the show. But then as soon as you got to that part, you said something. I was like, oh, he just saw that. Let's see exactly what the fuck I said. And I'm just like, yo, this is fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, what was it? You can go ahead, but
I mean, it's just the fact of, you know, you make the Wiz.
No, that's what I said. That's what I said real quick. I said, dude, that was bullshit. They're creatively butt fucking Ember. And then later on, you put, yup, and whatever. I'm like, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because you made The Miz look like a complete dweeb. You make, you know, Ember Moon look like a dweeb. You know, as talented as she is, but, you know, God bless her. You know, she couldn't catch a break. You know, it was falling out a window. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she's not going
it's just a shame. You know, just like how we were saying earlier, WWE does not follow their own rules. You know, they contradict people, they brainwash people, they confuse people, and this is exactly why the product is going further down the shitter.
Yep.
I mean, that's all there is. That's all there is to it.
And the whole brainwashing part that you say, you're 100% right, because it makes no sense. Like they roll out NXT, whether female or the guys. They have like a you like, I'll put it this way. You know how when you have, and it, like, I just love fucking doing like whatever you call them, like similar shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. I've drank way too many beers a night, but what do you call it? It is what it is. Fuck it. But like, I'll put it this way. They'll have an NXT wrestler or NXT talent, and they'll give them the biggest rollout. And I'm gonna compare it to like a restaurant or some shit. They'll give them they'll roll out a restaurant in like just a normal place with just like the most lavish food, like just dope as fuck, whatever. Like, everything's good. Boom, you can get your shit fucking parked for you. Fucking fucking 38 fucking security guards out watching your car. Like, just like they give them a great rollout from NXT to WWE. But then after 1 week, it's like they'll give them one match. And I don't know if that's what they do. Like, it's like, okay, you know what? We're going to give you the best rollout ever. We're going to give you a good shot. They give you one match, which is 7 to 8, or I say 8 minutes, 10 at most. If you're a female wrestler, 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And if you don't, and then my thing is, like, that's the thing. Some of them have had, like, good fucking first matches. But then after a week, we don't see them for 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see them, and then they're running after a 24/7 belt, or they're fucking behind the scenes, like fucking eating a burrito, looking like a fucking cornball, or part of the fucking No Way Jose fucking crew. Yeah.
Tragic.
And it's
Tragic.
like, I don't get it, because they brought in Ember Moon almost with the same amount of fanfare and like anticipation as they brought in Asuka.
Yeah.
And they didn't give her even a quarter of the push that they gave Asuka. And my thing is, they gave Asuka a good push. She was undefeated, whatever, ended up losing. But then what happened? So do they not understand what they're doing to the credibility of the NXT guys and gals that come from NXT? Some of them, like, in my thing, I don't even know much about EC3, but I've heard crazy good shit about EC3. I've heard that EC3 should go to AEW and he'd be a fucking top guy.
Yeah. No, it's true.
So I got to look it up.
It's very
I got to
much
look
true.
it up more, but like, it's like, what the fuck's happening? Now you have an EC3 running behind the 24/7 belt. And my thing, I'm not going to shit on the 24/7 belt again, because truthfully, R-Truth is fucking holding the shit down. And I'm hoping that he fucking gets a fucking pay raise and a increase, or I'll put it this way. I hope he gets more clout to where maybe they'll give him another U.S. Belt run, or possibly a Universal title fucking run. He deserves it. 47 years old, and he fucking still fucking does fucking flying elbows and fucking spinning afterwards. Fuck out of here. One of the great,
of the
greats. One of the greats.
Yeah, man. You're right.
But yeah, it's just, it's just weird. It's just weird what they do to the NXT talent, man. I just don't understand.
They do. No, I mean, you're exactly right. Like you, I mean, I'm not going to further, harp on it, but just to, just repeat what you said. They roll out the red carpet for them, when they first arrive, and then, it's after a couple of weeks. So it's like, all right, well, it's time to put the red carpet up. Go ahead and assume the position, pull your pants down so we can creatively butt fuck you. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, they'll give them that, like you said, they'll give them the 5-star treatment, and then, they'll just take them in the back of the woodshed and just fucking rape them. I mean, I know that's extreme.
No, it's true. They owe yellow.
But, I mean,
just
that's
fucking pull
how
out the shotgun and put
team,
it to the head. Yeah, it's bullshit.
And that's how this creative team and Vince McMahon works.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. Look, I mean, you see it. The proof is in the pudding.
Hey, but one good thing though, and just always saying the proof is in the pudding. But the one good thing, and it's kind of going to be the saving grace of the WWE, and truthfully, the longevity of the WWE is the fact that they gave us Ricochet versus
they did.
Yeah, they gave us Ricochet, AJ Styles. So maybe with all this AEW talent, and especially with Sean Spears going over to AEW, he's not a bad talent. It wasn't that bad of a gimmick, to be totally honest. He has a look. Him going over there, not even a mid-carder. I wouldn't even call him a mid-carder. I call him a little bit below a mid-carder. But then him going over there, and we've seen a lot of fanfare and people like really anticipating his fucking debut, other than the damn Battle Royal. Like, it's almost to where all the people that Vince shitted on gave maybe one try. Yeah, you got one try, and after that, you know what I'm saying, you're in the back fucking scooping fucking ice cream shots to the fucking Bella Twins and all that for the fucking reality show. Or some shit like that. But like now it's like everybody that he shit on and kind of held the carrot in front of the head by a fucking fishing pole, Now he's kind of having to go back to them to save the day for the future of professional wrestling. And like I said, Aleister Black is one. And my thing is, isn't it ironic that someone knocked on that door? Let's end it with that. Who knocked on that door?
Man, I don't know. I don't know exactly who knocked on the door, but I know who I want to knock on that fucking door, and you want him to knock on the fucking door too.
Would it
like everybody else does.
Would it be Bray or would it be?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a few.
Yes. Yes. I want him, and he didn't even have to say "let me in" to Aleister Black. Aleister Black,
because he's begging him in. That was a great fucking take. Great fucking take. Let me in, and he's begging someone. Ooh. Yeah. He could be the first member of the Firefly Funhouse as far as a creative talent. As far as being a wrestler, you know how I said, like, oh, you can bring in Finn Balor to be like a funny, weirdo character in there, kind of weird. Oh, shit. Here we go.
Yeah. I mean, it could happen.
Great job, WWE, with that.
Yeah.
That's it, with that. Well, no, you know what? Fuck you, WWE. Great job, Bray Wyatt, for that. Y'all niggas get nothing. Or truthfully, y'all get a little bit of something just for fucking letting Bray Wyatt cook. So fuck y'all still. Bray Wyatt, keep doing what you doing, man. Keep doing what the fuck you doing, because it's looking good. And that, like I said, I never even thought of that.
And speaking of doing, and speaking of doing what we're doing, what I'm going to do right now before we sign off here is, I know my partner asked me to, kind of give y'all, the teaser or what have you of what is going to go down on next week's episode or whatnot. Yeah. So I am formally here to tell you all now that we are going to make it up to y'all. We are going to do it right. And we are going to have our Rising Star segment on DVP next week. So he's going to do his due diligence, he meaning Beer Drink Shawty. And, of course, I'm going to do the little brushing up that I can.
Definitely.
And we are going to talk about this exciting AEW talent that you are going to see coming up this October. But you know what, fans? You can even get a head start on that. You know why? Because
you got YouTube, nigga.
Yeah, you got YouTube. And also, in case you didn't know, and I don't even know if you probably knew this either, AG, there's a little event happening this Saturday from our good friends at AEW.
Is it Fighter Fest?
And it's called Fighter Fest. Yes indeed. So
can't wait for that.
And the beautiful thing about it, watch this. In order to watch Fighter Fest, guess how much it costs?
How much? Truthfully, I don't know.
$3.99.
$3.99. You kidding me?
Free, not free, but free. Yes,
it's free.
FREE, free.
Damn,
yes.
we sound like a fucking AEW fucking infomercial. But my thing, I really didn't know that. I thought that it was just a regular pay-per-view. It's free. Why is it? What? It's free for real?
Yeah. Free 99. Yes, not three, ladies and gentlemen. You heard me. FREE. Free 99.
Didn't know
All
that.
you have to do is just go to Bleacher Report Live, wherever the hell that is on the internet. Mm-hmm. Just go and look that up and just click on the link and you get to watch Fighter Fest Fighter Fest for free.
I didn't know that.
So there you go. So Aaron Gordon, you get a chance to get a first up close and personal look at this AEW talent.
That's what's up. I'm fucking
maybe
super down.
Maybe some of the AEW talent that we're going to be discussing in our Rising Stars segment next week here on the Dear Vince podcast.
Definitely. I'm down for that, man. Like, it is what it is. Like, one group, or not group, tag team that I did look up, Private Party, definitely a fan of them, but I'm good, man. But my thing is this. Damn it, I keep saying my thing, and I gotta fucking stop that. But like, I'm saying, let me see. Sunday, give me a reminder, man, and I'll shoot you a reminder message. You shoot me a reminder message like, yo, if you haven't watched this, if you haven't done the researches on this, do it now.
Yeah.
Because my thing is like I said, I don't want to let down the millions and millions. Because my thing, like, I don't know how long it's taking for these fucking views to get generated. You know what I'm saying? But I know we have millions. Like, it's fucking crazy. But like, I guess I'm thinking next week they'll fucking be back up. You know what I'm saying? When YouTube like fixes their algorithm, then I ain't gonna say million. Like, then it'll be back up to like 26,000 or some shit like that a fucking episode. But
right.
yeah, as soon as it gets fixed, good. But like I said, we have so many people like listening to this fucking podcast, especially fucking Stephanie McMahon. Shout out you, Stephanie McMahon, for real.
Shout out to you too, Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah,
and
Bruce
I
Pritchard.
hear Ed Koski, one of the head writers at WWE, is also listening to the podcast.
Oh,
so thanks, Ed.
Oh yeah, that's
we
why they switched
appreciate
it up. That's why they switched it up. That's what's up. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's why they got. Yeah, that's what it is.
So we appreciate you, Ed.
Definitely.
Keep listening.
Thank you
hopefully,
so much.
we could give you some more creative ideas, and hopefully, you might give us another dream match we want.
Yeah, keep it pushing.
Let's say,
Definitely.
let's say maybe Samoa Joe versus I don't know, Aleister Black. I don't know.
That would be a good one. Maybe he's the one that fucking knocked on the door.
Maybe he is the one. Maybe he could have been the one that knocked on the door. We don't know.
We will see next Tuesday on SmackDown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. What it ain't is gonna be. Go ahead and take us out, man. Take us out, man. This is the Dear Vince Podcast, episode 5. Take us out, George Kennebrew, and we out.
All I'm gonna say is, if you're not fucking with Beer Drink Shawty and the wrestling mastermind with the voice on the Dear Vince Podcast, I just got 3 words for you. Who are you?
Becky Lynch, fuck you.
Oh.